Yo, what is up guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another review on the TOTS NICOLAS TAGLIAFICO. We're going to go through the card, details, stats, clips and summary. Before we get into all of that, if I could ask you guys to please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know when I upload, and comment down below which TOTS cards you're going to be grabbing and what your thoughts are on this card. And now, let's get into the review. So guys, this is the team that I used NICOLAS TAGLIAFICO in. I played him in that left back slot, of course, in the 4-3-3, switching into a 4-2-3-1 in game. My first impressions of this card, guys, I think this card is okay. I think he is a good card, a solid card, really good at the left back slot. However, I do have Prime Roberto Carlos in my usual team. I would not be swapping this card out for Roberto Carlos at all. I do feel like this card is just lacking a little bit. Let's just get into the review though. NICOLAS TAGLIAFICO, high work rate, left footed, 3-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot, 7 games played, no goals scored and no assists. Now guys, off the bat immediately you've got high work rates. Now the first thing I want to say about this card, guys, is that I actually don't think left back is his best spot. I actually think the left wing back slot is his best spot, and because of those high work rates you can really play to that effect as well. However, I do feel like that if you're going to play him at fullback, the high work rates do mean he's sometimes caught out of position, particularly when he is going forward. If we look at the chemistry, guys, I actually kept it with a basic. When I looked at the stats and what I wanted to improve on him, there really wasn't anything stand out that needed improvement, which leads me nicely into the stats themselves. The key pros of this card: the physicality is all tremendous, and apart from that strength, in which of course he is a very small and slight player, so you wouldn't expect too much strength from him, he's fantastic in every other regard of physicality. His defending is all fantastic as well, guys, really great at all of that too. His dribbling is really good as well, guys, and you guys can see with the basic chemistry style, it puts up his ball control, dribbling and agility, the 3 stat categories where he is lacking in that department. As well, his pace is phenomenal as well, his passing is really decent as well. This card is a really good on the face of the stats, but when we get further into gameplay, you guys will see he does lack a little bit in terms of comparing to those other elite left backs, but still nevertheless a very good left back card. Getting into the player traits, guys, got the solid player, power header and the team player trait, all lovely traits to have in your left back too. And now that we've covered that, let's get into some of the clips that I got with him. So guys, getting into some of NICOLAS TAGLIAFICO's clips, and unfortunately guys, there aren't that many of these, so I will keep this relatively brief in terms of the clips. I do feel that this TAGLIAFICO card is quite good, and he's very good at a number of things, guys. However, I would say that he does feel like, that his best position is not left back. I do feel like it is left wing back, going up and down that wing, both attacking and defending. His defending is very good, guys. He's very good in attack, very capable in tackle, and his physicality is good as well. His size does mean that his strength and the way he gets bullied off the ball does occur a little more. However, I do feel like, guys, that this player does defend really well, and if you play him in that left wing back slot with the energy that he has going up and down that pitch, I really do feel like he'll be a problem in that slot and be able to really add to any team that he is in. In terms of his dribbling, guys, his dribbling is really good, really tight and capable as well, and he's able to move in between tight spaces like he is a winger, and that really does add as well in terms of his attacking capability. His shooting isn't the best, but his passing and link-up play is really good as well, so you're able to create opportunities with this card really easily, just as well as you're able to defend with this card. And whilst I have said that I don't think left back is his best slot, he definitely is capable of playing that left back slot, guys. It's just I think that if you play him left wing back, especially with those high work rates and all the capabilities that he has, you'll get a far better result out of this card. The final thing to mention, guys, is that his linkability is terrific, especially with that David Neres, Sean Kleiber and Anthony cards sitting in there. Gravenberch, of course, is part of this club as well, although he may be irrelevant at this time of the season. The linkability on this card is fantastic, guys, and that's another thing that just plays into what this card is and how good he is. However, I do feel like the price will drop. And in this final clip, guys, more of the same, closing out spaces, really defending well with this card, and what this card's pace allows you to is just defend really well, and that was really nice to have too. How's this for a lovely little win and play out from there? So guys, if we just get into this NICOLAS TAGLIAFICO summary, 244 on the PlayStation, 179 on the Xbox and 250 on the PC. We're not going to pay too much attention to the prices, guys. They are so volatile right now. We will be paying less heed to that. If we just get straight into the stats though, you guys can see he's got a very well-rounded stat set, guys, and actually if you put the basic on him, it helps him out in a bunch of areas which actually you'd want help in. Takes his defending, his dribbling, and almost all of his physicality to dark green stats. His pace goes up a little bit more as well. I really don't feel like there's actually a better chemistry style for him than the basic chemistry style. A lot of people will say that you could put an anchor on him that would just help his defending and physicality out and his pace out. I feel like it's wasted, guys. Although it does help him out obviously in a number of categories, I do feel like his defending is good enough, and you can afford to use this stats elsewhere to help him out just generally across the card. If we were to look at similar sorts of players, guys, I do feel like Roberto Carlos is a comparable player to this card. He's not got the size of some of these other boys. Roberto Carlos is a very comparable card. However, I do feel like this Roberto Carlos is better, in my opinion, than this Tagliafico card. However, this Tagliafico, I do feel like his best position is wingback, and when you compare him to that Carlos in there, Carlos does certainly have the shooting, but Tagliafico has a lot of stat categories which do a lot better than Carlos as well, so really is something to consider. If we get into the linkability, guys, he's got perfect links to Martinez, who plays at Ajax as well. But if we go to strong links, he's of course got strong links to all those Argentinian icons. Really gives you some nice options there as well. Strong links, of course, as well to other Ajax players like David Neres, like Sean Kleiber, like Antony as well. Dusan Tadic in there too. So really nice linkability for this card too. Just being able to build off that Eredivisie kind of vibe there too. If we get into the price, guys, just briefly, because we don't want to pay too much heed to this, you guys can see he's currently sitting above Zanetti, below Cole, and above Adama, Wendell, Reguilon, players like that. This card will drop, guys, because of the linkability factor. He is bound to drop. I certainly think he'll drop into the 150k mark at least. I think he'll get even lower than that, potentially by the end of TOTS as well. So for me, guys, my final recommendation on this card is wait it out again, as with many of these TOTS cards, for the week to kind of progress on. This card will drop a lot in price, in my opinion. I do feel like, although he's a good card, of course, his linkability in terms of league isn't great. So, although you do have good links to someone, say like a David Neres, it's not going to stop this card from dropping too much, and I feel like the pull rates on these cards is quite high as well, so we will be able to get some decent deals on some of these TOTS cards. Hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you did, please do smash that like button. Until next time, I will see you all in a bit.